1998, DCI is back at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando. In Washington, there's more trouble for President Clinton. The Monica Lewinsky scandal blows up, and we certainly are caught in all of that, and it ultimately ends up in an impeachment vote in Congress. High point of the year for me, back in the anchor chair at Cape Canaveral, getting to tell folks what it was like to watch John Glenn go into orbit as the oldest man to fly in space, the age of 77, one of America's original space heroes, a hero yet again in orbit. Musically, Celine Dion dominated with music from the movies. The theme from Titanic, My Heart Will Go On. The Cadets made a major move when they went on.
They go on with symphonic music, the kind that they've invented on the field. They put forward wind ensemble music this year, Stonehenge, and they do a great job of it. That Jeff Sacktick mile-a-minute drill right at the end there, and it keeps on weaving back and forth. It also brings back a Garfield tradition, the old Garfield days. Here's the Cadets of Bergen County, modern as can be, and they bring back the Garfield ballad. They
and they played some beautiful ballads.
Just beautiful stuff. Speaking of tradition, of course, Cavaliers in their 50th anniversary, and we see old and new on the field at the same time. In fact, there's one moment where somebody dressed as the old color guard hands equipment over to the new color guard to use. It's very, very exciting, kind of passing on of generations. And in the driver's seat again, Santa Clara Vanguard. They go in for Copeland, but not the Western Copeland we normally think of, but Copeland the modernist. It's hard-edged, it's rough-edged, it's a little squeaky and crazy, and it gives us a whole new idea as to what Santa Clara could do with their deep-seated intensity. So I really enjoy that. Speaking of which, I got to go one other place. I never thought I'd see Blue Devils play Tchaikovsky at what I thought was going to be a West Side Story
Interesting
show.
Marriage there.
But the idea of taking Romeo and Juliet by Tchaikovsky and overlaying it on Bernstein's West Side Story really becomes a love theme for all ages. Great job.
Saw another big move that year, the Glassmen coming into their own.
They show up in 5th place on the rise. And of course, Blue Knights using those great, I'm a visual guy, and those hand-painted flags by Brenda Vang. She's a professional painter, beautifully done.
1998 highlights from Orlando.